Het Amud Aleph, 8a, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 lines on the top. Tanu Rabbanan, our rabbis learned, En mashkin shte sotot ke'achat. You're not allowed to give waters to two sotas at the same time. So basically, by the gate of the Nicanor on the east side of the Azara, Bet HaMikdash, whenever there is sota sitting, they cannot be sitting two sotas. Why not? So one lady should not feel good and proud in front of her friend. Means one lady is not guilty. Okay? Her husband took her. He thinks she's cheating, but she's not. So she is not scared to admit that she didn't do. But the other lady, her husband warned her, but she did sin. But she will be scared to admit. So because the lady B will be scared to admit, lady A will also not admit. She's going to be scared. So therefore, they say, you know what? Ladies should not be at the same time there. Rabbi Yehuda says, Lo min Hashem Musa. No, that's not the real reason. Ela Amar, crop a success, ota levada, ota. And Kohen, check her. Her means what? Her alone. When she has to come alone, not because of any other reason. V'tana kama, active ota. But Tanakama says, it says ota. What are you going to do with it? Tanakama Rabbi Shimon. Really, Tanakama is like Rabbi Shimon. The Darish, the Rabbi Shimon explained on any pasuk in the Torah, ta'am dekro. He explains the reason of every pasuk in the Torah. Uma ta'am kamar. So why Rabbi Shimon? Why not allowed to have two women to check as sota? Matam ota levada kede shelo yeh liba gas b'chaverta. Both reasons, basically. Her alone, in order that she shouldn't feel good about her friend. Whenever there's one person in trouble, not so bad. Terrible. When there's two people in trouble, they feel good about themselves. Okay, I'm not alone in this. So therefore, her not to feel good about her friend that, oh, you know what? She says I didn't do, I'm going to say also I didn't do. But really, the other one says I didn't do because she's lying. And she's not lying. So therefore, she's not allowed to be together with her. Mai benayo. What's the machloket between Tanakama and Rabbi Shimon? No, Tanakama and Rabbi Yehuda. Ike benayo rotetet. The difference between them is when a woman is shivering, scared, scared. She's shaking, trembling. Rotetet me mashkin. The Gemara says a woman is shivering, scared to go to the person what we go to drink. No. You're not allowed to use two people at the same time because you're not allowed to use mitzvot as bundle. What does that mean? A rabbi that making brit milah to twins cannot take two knives and cut at the same time. You're not allowed to do that. Okay, let's say Yom Tov. There's two Sefer Torahs to take out the man of Torah. One person wants to go and pick up two Sefer Torahs at the same time. You're not allowed to do that. Why not? We're not allowed to keep mitzvot as bundles. We have to give respect to each mitzvah separately. So because we have to give each mitzvah separately respect, two women cannot be standing at the same time in the Azara. One woman goes away, the second comes to. Ditnan, we have learned in the Mishnah, and mashkin shte sotot ke'achat. You're not allowed to give to two Sota women to drink at one time. Ve'en metaharin shne metzorain ke'achat. And you're not allowed to purify two Metzorah women, Mr. Shlomo Shalom Aleichem, Mr. Rosh Shalom Aleichem. You're not allowed to give, you're not allowed to purify two Metzorah women at the same time. You're not allowed to make a piercing hole into the ear of two servants at the same time. Let's say two servants on the ear of after 6th year, they don't want to come out, they want to stay longer. You're not allowed to poke two servants at the same time. One, done, then second one. Ve'en orpin shte agalot ke'echad. Let's say in one city, from city to city, two people were traveling, two died. So two people died, they have to bring two different cows, right, for two people. So you're not allowed to bring two cows at the same time and slaughter. Why? Because not and decapitate. Why? Because it's not respect for the mitzvah. You have to keep mitzvot one at a time. Because you're not allowed to keep mitzvot bundles. It's not respect. Abai said something that was Lamkahana, no kasha. Gemara says there's no difficulty here between Rabbi Yehuda and Tanit Kama. Kan bekohen echad, kan beshnei kohanim. Depends. If there's one kohen and two women waiting for one kohen, you're not allowed to do that. You can't run. How they say dale lebadan, 10 fingers in his mouth. Not allowed. Finish with one woman, they go to second woman, give her to drink. So if there's only one kohen and two women, he's not allowed. But if there's two kohanim and two women, that is allowed. Well, kohen there. Next piece, Mishnah says, kohen, when he brings her, he holds her garment, right? He holds her clothing. And he pushes her, so he should rip. Taravanan. Rabbis say, upara et rosh ha'isha. And he uncovered woman's head. Means, if she has beautiful braids, he has to break it. I would think only the head. What about the body? Who said he's allowed to uncover the body? Gufa minayin. How do we know that he's allowed to rip a garment and her body will reveal itself? Talmud Lomar Ha'isha. It says not woman, the woman. What's the woman? Imken Ma Talmud Lomar Para et Rosha. So if it says the woman means all the entire body, you're allowed to push her clothing and get her undressed, get her look naked, whatever. Because she has to be undressed. So, make her look disgusting. So Gemara says, so why it says then, and Cohen uncovered her head. Her head isn't this entire body, it's more than head. Melamed to teach us Kohen soter et se'ara. Kohen not only pushes her from clothing, but he also has to break her braids. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, but Rabbi Yehuda says if her chest was beautiful, he's not allowed to open her. Why? Because then he's going to desire her. So comes out, Rabbi Yehuda is worried that he's going to have a hirhur. How you say hirhur? Desire. Rabbis, they don't care about it. They say, listen, in such a holy place, such a holy Kohen, he's not going to be having desires for her. Go do whatever you want. Rip her garments. Nobody cares. But really, we learned it opposite. The Tanya we learned, Ha'ish mechasin oto perek echad milfanav. When men get skila, we only cover his front. They give him special material to cover his front. But woman, they give her two-piece material to cover front and back. One from front, one from back. Because woman is fully considered erva, uncovered, and whatever. Yes, listen, what's the question?
We actually rip clothes off a woman just to make sure that she feels that she is, in a sense, uncomfortable, or we do it. I mean, what's the actual reason? Because I don't think we make her fully naked, right?
We make her feel embarrassed that other people should see and say, "Look, This is what they do to women who suspicious towards their husband.
Because you're saying that if she's a beautiful form or appearance, that he may actually desire her and is concerned. But
I
to my
can't hear
understanding,
you. One second, give me a second. They're cutting something downstairs. Yes, I'm listening. What?
you're saying if she's a beautiful form or appearance, that he may have a desire towards her as he's ripping the clothes. But then again, to
Rabbi
my
Yehuda says
understanding,
that, yeah.
right? But to my understanding, we just rip it just to embarrass her, but not to make her fully naked.
It says even if she'll get ripped garments, we're not worried about it. Even though she'll be naked. You know why? Let's say in 30 minutes she's going to die because she's Sota. When a person knows woman or anybody dies, there's no desires anymore. The whole problem is, what if they'll prove she's not guilty, she's going to come back home? Should I worry about it or no? That's the question we'll see next piece in the Gemara. Okay, let's go further. Echad mefaneh, man, when they give him skila, they have to fully make him naked and give him piece matzil to cover his front. Woman, 2, if she's going to skila or sota, she has to cover her front and back. Bottom part, no chest and up. והאישה שני פרטים, אחד מפנה, אחד מאחדה. One from front, one from back. מפני שכולה ערווה, because the whole entire body of woman is considered ערווה. דברי רבי יהודה, let's do רבי יהודה. חכמים say, האיש נזכר ערום. No, חכמים say, man gets skila naked. ואין האישה נזכרת ערומה. But woman doesn't get skila naked. Amar Rabba said, החתם ומאי, what's the reason here? Rav Baruch, ברוכים הבאים. What's the reason here? Shema tetemi bedin zakayit. Oh, woman, she'll be proven that she's not guilty. 30 minutes ago she was naked, and now she's going out proven not guilty. This Kohen that saw her is going to desire her. It's a problem here, no? You know what bothers me? Some people think they're so confident about themselves, you know, they say, me watching some computer on the internet, not a problem for me. Stop. We're talking about Kohen Gadol, looked at woman's body, he desired her. Even in the Bet HaMikdash, Satan can control you. Therefore, person should be extremely careful not to look at anything. Because Gemara, will see later on, says, anything eye watches, heart desires. Be careful. And now what will happen? We'll be looking at her, no? Gemara says we're not worried. Hatam ha mistaklo. Here we're not worried. Why? Because once woman gets skilled, she's dead meat. Okay, they look at her and say, oh, I could be beautiful, but 30 minutes later she's going to be dead. They're going to be looking for a David Akilo to do Chevra Kadisha service. That's for sure. Or you could say, in the end, when they give skila, when they give skila, they look at the woman, but they could think about the same thing about other women. Yeah, she's dead. Okay, but now they saw a woman's body, right? They'll be now thinking about different women. So what are you going to do with that? Amar Rava said, Gemir, we have a tradition. The en yetzer hara sholet ele bema she'enav ro'ot. We're not worried about who they see this woman, they're going to be thinking about different women. No. Yetzer hara always controls you on something you see right now. Who's the second Mr. iPhone? Hi, this is Mr. Asherov. I want to say hi. Who's this? Mr. Igor Bishal, Mr. Arthur Skakov. Wow. But guys, we are 20 people. Wow. Nice seeing. Who's the second iPhone? Asherov, Mr. Asherov? Hi, hello.
There's Ephraim. Hi.
Who's this?
Ephraim.
Which no, that's first iPhone. Who's the second iPhone? just now joined. Who's this? I want to say hello. Okay. Shalom. So, Amar Rava. Rava said, Gemiri. We have a tradition. By the way, Rawad Yosef in Yabia Omer, book number 8, chapter 19. Brings over there, every time it says Gemiri, is this the Oraita or the Rabbanan? Yesterday in the wedding, we were learning with Rav Shlomo Niyazov. Tzaddik. Thank you for company. It was tremendous learning, but we went through 10 Gemaras yesterday, Baruch Hashem, and this is one of them. Look what it says. Rava says, Gemiri, we have tradition. The end Yetzirah, Sholet Elev Masha in Amro. The Yetzirah always take control on something that your eye sees. So if Kohanim see this woman right now being Sota and she gets naked because they rip her garments, they look at her, we're not worried they're going to look at different women, think about different women now. Because they look at her, in 30 minutes she's going to be dead. No more Yetzirah. Next. Amar Rava. Rava said, the Rabbi Yehuda at the Rabbi Yehuda Kasha says, we have a question with Rabbi Yehuda's two opinions. When Sota and Skila. So Sota is covered, Skila is uncovered. Or both of them uncovered. Or both of them covered. Why are you changing your mind over there and over there? Amar Rabbi Yehuda Kasha, the Rabbana no Kasha. But rabbis, to rabbis, the Rabbana, there's no Kasha. Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Yehuda lo kasha. Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Yehuda, it's not difficult. Kedushanin, like we learned. What did we learn? We learned like this. Skila, I'm not afraid. Even though she's going to get naked for Skila, 20 minutes from now, she's going to be thrown stones on her. She's going to be dead. We're not worried about her. Even if she gets undressed. But Tota, maybe she'll come out to be not guilty, but yet Kohanim looked at her body, it's a problem. Therefore, she has to be dressed. So Sota has to be dressed, Skila doesn't have to be dressed. Now we're turning page, Chet Amud Bet. Chet on the second side. The Rabbanan Nami Lokash. But rabbis also no difficulty. Look at Lashis. Amri Rabbanan shemitzvah lebaisha. Rabbis say, even if she gets undressed, nobody cares. It's a mitzvah to embarrass her. Which Jewish girl talks to different men in a seclusion, closing doors, staying there in the office or in the bedroom or in the apartment? I don't know, yesterday at the wedding, one young man told me something crazy happened somewhere in Queens. I couldn't go, wow, what? I couldn't believe it. But I'll tell you, we need to be cautious, brothers. We need to wake up. We need to pinch ourselves, say, hey, I'm falling asleep maybe. Wake up. Can't just bring random friends to your house. Can cause issues between the Shalom Bayit issues. Each man needs to keep his eyes to his wife. Each woman needs to keep her eyes to her husband. No man in the world is allowed to touch another man's wife. And no woman in the world is allowed to touch different men but her husband. It's important, serious matter. Where this generation, people are taking it lightly. Unfortunately. I heard some things yesterday I couldn't believe. I had to pinch myself to believe it. Is it true what I'm hearing? Hashem should protect us. People, don't fall asleep. Don't let Yetzirah take over. He's dangerous. Okay. Even if Sota comes out live, who cares? Let her be undressed. Mishum v'noslu kol hanashim shelo yaviu atzman lidei hashad v'tehiena tnuot. So women will learn from here to take it seriously, not to put themselves in the matter of hashad, seclusion with different men, and they'll be modest, tnuot. Therefore, Rabbi said we don't care. Here naked, there naked, nobody cares. This is all to scare the woman, to learn nobody will have here bad thoughts. So what's the reason here? Why? Because we want to teach other women to learn from here that you're not allowed to seclude yourself, even though you'll be standing naked, 1,000 people look at you, we don't care. Over there, by skillet, there's no fear greater than this. Listen, a person will be stoned right now. Or maybe you want to tell me that we could do both things to her? What? With long stones on her, skila, and now she has to be naked, undressed.
When they do this whole procedure, my understanding that they probably have, besides the Kohen Gadol, there's other people also present, right?
Kohanim, regular Kohanim, yeah, young Kohanim.
Because it cannot be just procedure between the Kohen Gadol and no one else, right? Because if you're saying that,
of course not, of course.
Because if it's embarrassing, it'd be just one person. So
No,
other
young
people.
guys, they have to be with her, of course. At least 2. But if they're bringing her from between the deserts and so on, 3. Why? Meanwhile, one will be looking for a bathroom. He's going to be 20, 30 minutes away. If he remains alone, then she's going to seduce him. But if there's 2 Talmidei Chachamim, she's not going to seduce them. Therefore, you need 3 if they're traveling, or 1 if they're not traveling. Why? Because if any guy, they're walking through the city, guy in the middle of the night needs to go to the bathroom, he's just going to go behind the building, make number 1, whatever, and then come back.
Unfortunately, nowadays, with the way the world is moving, sometimes 2 is not an object either. It's very sad, but it's unfortunate.
No, we're talking about 2 religious people. 2 Talmidei Chachamim. Not regular secular people. Secular, even 10 is a problem. Remember, we learned two pages before how they took out a married woman in the coffin, 10 men, and they took her out. They wanted znut with her outside of the city, and then they brought her back in. Remember that? Okay.
There was a person that did it once, apparently, and they found out when he was driving. He got into an accident. When they found out afterwards, apparently, found his fluids in the corpse. But then they found out when he pressed after he did what he did, there was an investigation in America. Apparently, he put her back in the coffin. He was driving because to whatever he was driving. When some car passed in front of him, he had to press and brake very fast, and the coffin flew into his head, killed him. Instant karma, right away.
This is the story I told you 10 years ago.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
You're telling me things that you heard from me. That's good. No, it was written in one of the newspapers as well. It happened in New York, in America. Okay. Stop. You want to do 2 things? Kill her, shame her. Amar Rav Nachman, Amar Rabba Bar Abuha, Amar Kra Rav Nachman said, name Rabba Bar Abuha, that says in the Pasuk, Ve'ahavta nerecha kamocha. When a person gives skila or any death punishment to anybody, what? He has to be ve'ahavta, love, nerecha, your friend, kamocha is to love yourself. What does that mean? Bron lo mitayafa. Choose for the person good death. Means what? With clothes. With clothes. Lema Rav Nachman tonight. He may be according to Rav Nachman's machloket tonight. The master says law. The kula alma it lehu Rav Nachman. Everyone holds like says Rav Nachman. V'acha b'haka miflig. But here machloket is like this. Mashavar bizyuna adif law. Tfei. Now look at this. What's the difference when a person gets skila chas v'shalom? If he has clothes or he doesn't have clothes, what's the difference? When a person doesn't have clothes, he's naked, he's embarrassed. But when rock hits the body, it hits the body with full force. And that person dies faster, 3 seconds faster, or 10 seconds faster. When a person has clothes on, you with me, guys? You hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Sorry, somebody's calling, bothering me or whatever. When a person has clothes on, when the rock hits the person, the clothes take 1% pain away. So that person dies 3 seconds later, 10 seconds later. So the 10 seconds, the person is suffering more pain. So what is better for a person? to have shame and less pain, or to have no shame and more pain? That's the question the Gemara, and with this we'll conclude. It says, okay. Mar Savar, one rabbi holds Bizyona Adiflo. Tvei, her shame is more important to her. Mitzaro the Gufa, than the suffering of the body. It means she wants to be with the clothes. But second one holds, no. It says, I rather suffer than I rather
Be embarrassed.
Umar Savar, Tzara the Gufa Adule. Says, I rather be having more pain, even though I'll be naked. More than my shame. I don't care to be shamed. It says, get me naked and throw like on me so I die fast. Even though I'm shamed, I don't care. Okay? With this, I want to say thank you, everyone. My phone is almost to die and I have to go pick up my children. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Maloney's son, I'll give you a ticket next time you come late, brother. Okay, but tonight, we have a special meal ordered already. It's going to be crazy stuff. Okay, good stuff. Tonight, Shi'ur 8 o'clock. Mincha 7:45. Shi'ur 8, and after Shi'ur, Be'ez Hashem, we'll have nice, juicy topics. Everyone will enjoy some good stuff. Aviel, my brother, miss you. Hatzlach Rabbi, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I can't go through the names because my phone is going to die in the middle of the process. Hatzlach Rabbi, Besorot Tov, we love you all.
Thank you, Rabbi John.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you.
Лобеноми, кто там у нас на линии?
Я не знаю, это Бахрам Исраиль.
А что, Раба еще не пришел?
Я не знаю, я только включил 3:15.
Уже время 4 часа.
Да, я только увидел, я вспомнил. А
Я
нет,
думаю, уже,
а?
я думаю, что ушли уже.
Да, все закончили. Я проспал.
Ну, хорошо. Всё. А кто там на линии был сейчас, кроме вас?
Где вы были на Бармицу?
Да, на бармицу, на свадьбе.
Да, Бармицу, Бармица.
Бармицу какие-то, hocam?
Dinatöyüm değil, bir yarış Barmizva bu.
Yarıştayız. Ha.
Ama bu.
Evet.
Hadi давай, работай.
Да, сказал. Да, не важно. Yani